is an amazing man with a very fascinating brain. I would play pranks on people and draw these elaborate skits, movie scenes in my head, which I would play out with full conviction, make believe. He didn't have an elder brother, so he was very much the quintessential elder brother for me. I was very lucky to be told by my first director that if you want to be a great artist, a great actor, uh, focus on being a good human being. Anytime that you feel like your privacy is being invaded, I think you're well within your rights to say, this is not okay and I'm not comfortable with this.
Hi, Ishaan. Thank you so much for having us in your house, firstly.
Thank you.
I read somewhere that you said, my house will always exude the love for music and coffee. And it's very evident in your house. Tell me, when you were putting this house together, were you really involved in the process?
Yeah, it's my first apartment where I've stayed on my own. I've always lived with my mom. I guess I had the liberty to do with it what I wished. Music is going to be kind of a everlasting theme in my life, no matter where I go, whether I go to work or I go where I have my music with me. So that's not something that can be exchanged with anything else. But yeah, I'm going through major coffee phase. So
yeah, we can see that. And that coffee is amazing. So thank you very much.
thank you. Glad you like it.
So I've been really lucky, and he's made me this cup of coffee.
With your little milk.
Little milk. Just
Little milk and no sugar.
But it's fabulous. Thank you so much for this. We would love to talk to you about Fursat. How different was it to be, as opposed to shooting on a film set with so many big cameras in your face, and while you're shooting with just an iPhone, I'm thinking it would be very different when you're working with an iPhone.
It's the first Indian film that's been shot with an iPhone.
Right, okay.
And probably it's the only official iPhone 14 shot. It was fun, but honestly for me as an actor wasn't that much different. Except for the fact that we got to do a few really fun shots that would be tougher to do with a big bulky camera. So the film was a very trippy sci-fi musical, experimental kind of short film that we've not got to see so far.
I read somewhere that for this film, you had to really prep a lot when it came to the dance sequences. But knowing what a great dancer you are, why did you have to put in so many hours for these dances?
And nobody's a great dancer. I'm just somebody who loves dancing, and nobody can be a great dancer without riyaz. So that's the most fundamental thing. You put in the work and you put in the rehearsal for it to be the best version of what it should be. So there wasn't any great prep or anything like that. In fact, I've always desired more prep time. I've always hoped for more. And people tend to just take it for granted that I don't need much rehearsal time, but trust me, everyone needs rehearsal time, and it's great to rehearse because that's where you can mess about and create, right, without having the pressure of like making the day or something like that and getting these many shots in.
Talking about being directed by Mr. Vishal Bhardwaj, how was that for you?
An amazing man with a very fascinating brain, and he is one of those people who's born to do what he does. It's very evident. He very easily assumes the role of a leader and a director on set. He has a very fascinating creative mind, be it music or the visual aspect of cinema, production design, etc. It's just the way he sees things is very individual. It's his vision is very strong. He's really fun to work with as an actor because he just gives you these little small directions, like little nuanced little things that suddenly change the way you're doing things. He gives acting direction very well. He knows how much to direct, how much not to direct, and it's just a joy working with him. And he's very childlike. He gets very excited when he gets a good shot.
Growing up in a house where, or in fact, not growing up, maybe a little bit more later into your life, where you were surrounded by actors, right? What kind of an influence did that have on you personally? And do you think that was somewhere a part that you wanted to be an actor?
Yeah, for certain, of course. I mean, your environment and your surroundings have a huge impact on how you see the world, especially when you're at an impressionable age. But I think I kind of always had the kida. Like I would, do peculiar things that I didn't have any examples for really. Like I would play pranks on people and draw these elaborate skits, movie scenes in my head, which I would play out with full conviction, make believe, and often like really trouble people around me. My nani has been victim to that a lot because I used to spend time with her. She was one of the most wonderful influences in my life growing up. But once I convinced her, I had a very bad food poisoning attack or something, and to the degree that I did my own props and all also. Like when she go to the other room, I'd drink a gulp of milk, and then when she come out, and she'd be like, hi, but बैठ जाओ इधर बैठ जाओ बच्चे, and then she'll like start calling up people, like alarming phone calls, and I'd be like, I can convince people. Yeah, I guess I always had a penchant for drama. Try to be less dramatic now. Yeah.
But did you ever tell her that those were pranks, or did you let her believe?
No,
did
she
you go to
found
the
out
doctor?
and smacked me afterwards. She found out and she was like, devious. Like, what is this devious creature that we have raised?
Whenever you and Shahid put up videos of the two of you dancing or just fooling around, right? They give you all so much love and there's so much excitement while watching those videos. If I had to ask you to kind of describe this relationship, this brother relationship, what would you have to say about it?
I don't know. I mean, it's like I only have my experience to go by, but it's like any sibling relationship. It's a very special bond, and we have our own equation because he was nearly 15 years old when I was born. So he's like, really, he didn't have an elder brother, so he was very much the quintessential elder brother for me. But as I grow up, he becomes more and more. We're becoming more friendly, and there are more things to talk about, and so it's like an ever evolving kind of relationship, and we share our passion in many ways that makes us very similar as people as well. But we have our own individual personalities, so it's fun. It's fun. We're the same and yet we're different. So it's a very special bond. I think it's like having somebody who's like your mirror and having somebody to grow up with and evolve with, and like it's a sibling bond. And it's like irreplaceable. No other relationship can take its place.
If there was an advice that you were given by any of the family members that you still kind of imply in your life, whether it's personal or professional, which one was it and by whom?
You want like one golden rule of life?
No, you can pick. You can get us 3, no problem.
I say this often enough, but I was very lucky to be told by my first director that if you want to be a great artist, a great actor, focus on being a good human being. Everything you want will come from that, but don't undervalue that. That's something you will be for the rest of your life. Try not to get too caught up in my desires and endeavors, and like so caught up that I forget to like keep checking how I'm evolving as a person. That's.
Before we go, just one last question. As someone who is in the public gaze, a celebrity who's always, the media is always around you all, or there's somebody capturing you all whenever you're in and out of places. Sometimes it crosses...
Not always, thank God.
Oh yeah, not always. I mean, I'm guessing you all will have to
Often
dodge
enough.
that. Yeah.
Often enough.
Yeah. So, sometimes it also crosses the line, or the lines are actually getting blurred. When do you think it's actually time?
They have been blurred for a while.
Yeah. And I think recently some things that have happened, it's really getting very blurred. And as a celebrity, when do you think it's time that people need to take up and call out these people or take a stand about it?
Anytime that you feel like your privacy is being invaded, I think you're well within your rights to say, this is not okay and I'm not comfortable with this. I think people often feel that because you are a public personality or a celebrity, you are obligated to entertain certain questioning. You're not, you really are only doing a disservice to the media if you're, I guess, not answering questions that are professional or being in any way like difficult to, I don't know, interact with or something. But you're well within your rights to say this is personal to me, this is private to me, and I'd rather not talk about it, and that's that. And also when your privacy is invaded without consent is something that I guess you're referring to also. which can happen often, especially with the paparazzi culture. That's something that actually people should be sensitive of. You know, the media should be sensitive of as well, because we are also human beings and we're living our lives as anyone else would want to. And you might not want a camera to be capturing everything that's going on, you know. And sometimes, more often than not, and I've seen this, and I've been in that position too. You want to protect people around you, you know. That's when it gets, I guess, we get used to it and desensitize and grow thick skin. But some people are not around you in your life. Some people feel like, you know, what is this invasion? So that, I think people should be mindful of it. The media should be mindful of it.
What's your go-to pick-me-up song? I'm dancing to it in my head.
Dinka Chika type something. Any MJ song, you know. Like, I think Billie Jean or Beat It or Dangerous or any of these songs are very like instantaneously pickup songs. They're like instant pickup songs.
I love the way you're like already dancing in your head.
Yeah.
I can see like you're moving as you're answering the question.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ishaan, and I really hope you get to
that's
do
it.
all those genres that you
That
want
was
to do.
quick and painless, like a very smooth doctor giving an injection.
Yeah. But thank you so much and good luck for everything that you're setting out to
Thank you
do.
so much.
Thank
Lovely
you.
to talk to you.
Thank you. Same, yeah.